Now, let me share the ChinaDirect sourcing and the Frethan technology and the property market. So we talk about doing business in China, the 3 stages of the importing process, how that look like. You see, we have designed research and tender, sampling, purchase the negotiation, production and delivery management for any particular, say, construction project, for any particular product sourcing, for any merchandising you want to sourcing from China. Stage 1, research and tender. For example, let's say you need the kitchen and also the bathroom and all the joinery. So for that, you give us, let's say, we need 33 townhouses. It's one of the project our customer give to us. Then we start to research and locate the right supplier. We will prepare the request for quote, and we will contact more than 30 suppliers in that category. And we will obtain the quotes and evaluate the offer. And then we will shortlist the appropriate supplier and then prepare the reports. So the first one the customer will receive is what we call the supply summary report. Okay, it has all the detailed information, whatever about the supplier, where they're located. Not only that, and then we get to see the quote comparison. It's like an apple-to-apple comparison. In China, through the quote comparison, you can really see what's the fair market price, and then the negotiation power as well as the backup plan. What is the number one reason stop or caused the many Australian developers and construction company bankrupt? Do anyone know? Price. Yes, exactly. And especially many of the builders and the developers and the construction company, they put a fixed price for the contract. And due to the inflation after the COVID, and then they couldn't maintain that price anymore, they end up have to file bankruptcy. So we have the historic high bankruptcy rate for construction company, development company right now. Through the quote comparison, and we can really see the bottom price of that particular, industry, particular product. And as you can see, this is the cardboard boxes. We have the international price is 26,000. We have good international price, and that is 13,000. And then we have the local price, that is about $6,000. Can you see the massive difference? This is the power we see as when you do research and tender. You can really get to see the fair market price. Not only that, you see, this is one example we did. This is a customer of mine and called the Mamino Ice Cream. And they do beautiful ice cream in Sunshine Coast. And yet, they want to export to other country. And then this particular packaging is very expensive. It's about 33 cents. And so Austrade want to help them export. So Austrade called us, says, Lindy, can you help? So we started sourcing from China for him. And he already got a quote from the agent before us. That's 11 cents. He was very happy because that's already, 60% saving. And yet, when we undertook the project for Austrade, we did a full research and tender. And luckily, we got the same exact supplier and who did the mold for him, and it was 5 cents. The savings directly from China was over 168,000. But the saving from the agent even is $36,000. So that's what I want to share with you, the power of our methodology. The power behind us about the transparency, like between the independency. So not only that, we also help our client to do a landed cost analysis. Knowing what cost in China is not enough. What about the freight, the duty, the GST, and also as well as the insurance, clearing agent charge, cartage from the port, landed at your door? How much would that be? This is every single customer want to know before they even, step any further. And that's why we did a full landed cost analysis for our customer for stage 1 research and tender. Then once, you can make money on the paper, you are happy, then we move to stage 2, which is sampling. So in sampling stage, We can organize the sample to the supplier. We can have the supplier send the sample back to you. We have an office in China. And then you can back forth until you're 80 or 85% happy with the products. And then we move to stage 2B, purchase the negotiation. With the purchase the negotiation, you see, we will draft the purchase order and send it to the customer for their approval. Once they approved it, we translate into Chinese, then we negotiate on your behalf, and then we finalize the deal. You see, the purchase order will contain the quality control procedures, the term of payment, and then price increases, the mode ownership, intellectual property ownership, packaging requirement, quality issue, delivery delay, dispute resolution. You see, if you engage a local lawyer to prepare a contract like such, it can easily cost you 2.5K, easily, okay, and above. And then you translate it into Chinese, the translation can easily cost you $1,500, okay? But with us, it's much cheaper. Not only that, we come from very practical background. Giving you an example, one of the lawyer in Australia, and they would suggest, okay, if there is a dispute, and put the dispute location, solve the dispute location in Queensland. From the paper, you think, wow, that's great. This lawyer really protect our interest. However, from practical point of view, no, that's not. Because who on earth the Chinese supplier would fly to Australia to solve your matter? No way. So therefore, we often put that dispute, the clause is actually in China. Because number one, the supply in China, you have $40,000 invested in that Chinese manufacturer, you're more likely fly to China to get that matter solved. Number two, in China, the court is in China as well. If the court in China you won, the Chinese policemen more likely to go to chase the money for you instead of federal police go to China to chase money for you. Which one is likelihood? Right. So, when we deeply looked into the practical sense of this matter, then the lawyer realized, oh, they made a mistake. Well, we are more practical, right? So this is the purchase order. And this only tiny little bit. We have so many different case study for many things, how can easily go wrong. And yet, with a little bit, expertise, can prevent that pitfall. The stage 3 is production and delivery management. As you can see, we place the purchase order, we arrange the supply payment, we monitor purchase the progress, we organize the self-assessment, we organize the delivery, organize customer clearance, and deliver to the customer's door. So whatever the customer want, we help them to do so. So many people asked me, says, Lindy, how is the quality controlled, through the importing? You see, this is one thing we can say, about the quality control. It's not one single thing. When the product's delivered to your door and you discover that there is an issue, it's already too late. The quality control start from the product specification, start from the first stage 1 research and tender. And then not only that, in every single step, there is a quality control in the process to make sure the supply are micromanaged, like, such as the supply self-assessment and such as the inspection. For the inspection, we have, pre-shipment photo, we have supply self-assessment, we have a pre-shipment sample, we have factory audit, and the DPI, during production inspection, and the pre-shipment inspection, accompanying inspection, and the third-party inspection. So with the inspection, it's not just you go and pick and then, look. No, there is a science behind it. We call it, how to sampling the goods. And then you choose the right way, sample from different parts. Not only that, you also have what we call, the mathematics behind it. My background, I studied 4 years mathematics in university. And so I'm very good at math. And when you look at the AQL, is accept quality level. It is, it was, you need to determine, okay, what is the minor defects? What is the major defects? What is agreed AQL level? And so you can agree what is acceptable, what is not acceptable. So our China covers, 36 different major cities. And therefore, as you can see, I will share with you about our China buying trip as well. So we talk about, if you have one single product, custom product, or one particular product with a very large quantity, and that is using the method we called research and tender, sampling, purchase, and negotiation. But if you want to go China to have a look, then we have what we call the factory visit. For a factory visit, we can do the research in the relevant company background, can shortlist the suitable manufacturers for visit. We can contact the manufacturers. We can prepare the itinerary. We can prepare the invitation. So, and then not only that, we have a local trade assistant ready available to take you to the factory, to visit the different factory, arrange the itinerary, and then translate, interpret everything you needed. So not only that, and then for the upcoming Canton Fair, how many of you knows Canton Fair? Yay, most of you. Canton Fair is running 2 times a year and 3 phases each time. Okay, so there are in April and October every year. There are more than 16 broad product category, and it reaches 30, 40,000 exhibitors. Okay, who should really attend? People want to see the latest China has to offer all in one place. And best practice for the attending is to doing a research tender before your trip, and then hire a TA and on your trip to get the best out of it. So we mentioned about what if I have many products, but like each of the products, I only want 50 of this, 30 of that. Let's say, for instance, if you have a hotel, you want to refurbish, okay? You only have 20 rooms. For the 20 rooms, you have, linen, you have furniture, and each of the item is small. What can you do? So we would suggest take you to the wholesale market. For example, if you build a 2 house, 3 house, 4 house, with all of those houses, and you want to buy from China, benefit from China, you really only need, the cabinet, 3 of them, bathroom, and probably only 2 of them, etc., etc. So with those, is there a solution? Yes, there is a solution. We call it the China buying trip. So we take you to the China wholesale market, and then, for who is suitable, cannot meet the minimum order quantity required by factory, and buy goods from different supplier and factory outlets, and create a mixed, container, avoid the minimum order quantity. You can go to see the products in person, easy to find the products with, which meet your requirement. You can see, feel, and touch on the spot, and you can place the order on the spot. So how that look like? You see, there are many different wholesale market in China. For example, related to building and construction, you would have like a building supplier, or kitchen supplier, hardware, or ceramics, or lighting, or furniture. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, something like that. Or you may have any other wholesale market. So those are 16 different categories of the largest wholesale market. For example, Lechong, the furniture market, it is a 5 kilometer. The whole street is furniture. Can you imagine how that look like? It's literally, if you look at the 5 kilometers, it's from probably Kangaroo Point somewhere right to the west end, across the whole city, and the whole city is one furniture market. And then how the China buying trip look like? And we would review the list of the desired item and make recommendation, give you a pre-departure China business briefing, manage the whole sourcing project, have a daily itinerary, and then have a relevant documentation information. Remember, if you buy a toy gun, if you write as a toy gun, then you will be banned from the custom. But if you just write a toy, yes, you can import. And it is same product, but whatever the item you write there, it is make a difference. And also, from the 1st of July this year, the engineered ceramic stone and on the bench top for construction is banned. So therefore, you really need to know what you're doing. So we need to look at it. And sometimes, for you import a buggy. You said a buggy on the golf course, and we did for a hotel. And you think, oh, that's just nothing. It's internal use. No, 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 no. You actually need a license. You need a permit. What? It never goes on road. You still need a license. We will accompany you to the market on factory tour and a business meeting. We translate, interpret all conversation. We negotiate agreements, arranging the purchasing. Not only that, we organize the delivery, managing the supply after the trip. Imagine if you're going to the wholesale market, you have 10, 20 suppliers you have to deal with. How dreadful it's going to be. We're managing all of those. You just go shopping and take your personal assistant, and we go behind, collect and pay the money and collect the order and chase the payment, and until you're satisfied, you left. We organize the rest of the thing. We arrange the payment, we monitor the schedule, we deal the purchase order progress, we arrange the repackaging, we arrange the warehousing, we undertake container consolidation, we arrange the internal transport from location A to the port of the Guangzhou, and arrange the export documents to meet the Chinese customer requirement, arrange the fumigation, shipping, freight, insurance, logistics, track the shipment, arrange the Chinese custom payment, transportation, inspect the goods, keep you informed, organize the Australian local customer clearance, organize the local delivery. Is that a lot? Yes, exactly. Once I have a customer who fancied buying old antique for his newly opened restaurant in Gold Coast. He's saying to me, Lindy, I'm going to fly to China, and here's my list I'm going to buy. And I asked him, how are you going to take them back? He said that the hotel concierge is going to organize everything for me and send it back to me. I say, which hotel concierge? Please tell me. Do you think the hotel concierge, doesn't matter if it's a 5-star, 6-star, or 7-star, they will do that for you? No way. So once I went through with him, he was shocked. He said, my God, it's only 3 days left. And we still managed to organize the whole, buying trip for him. It's just that sometimes the clients are so naive. So we also, have the two-day masterclass. If you're interested, we have the book, we have the DVD. We can assist you if you are interested. So those are some of our products, some of our fee schedule. Next step. If you like to use in ChinaDirect sourcing, if you see what you like, we have a system called Pay As You Go, and you can certainly contact me afterwards. All right. So let me share what the role of Frethan technology importing building material will do. So basically, what happened in the last 2 years, we are successfully $130 million procurement contract has been signed. We have $60 million contract signed with the Super Green, $30 million contract signed with the CJEP, and $21 million signed with the Impact Group, and $19 million with Cube Lux. So this is basically my client Craig is here as well, and he said the reason they use ChinaDirect sourcing or using the Frethan is competitive pricing, streamlined English communication, flexible sourcing option have enhanced our cost effectiveness and adaptability. Their focus on marketing, product quality significantly elevates our sourcing strategy and offering. So for this client, ChinaDirect sourcing, Frethan technology are not only procurement agency, but also our branding caretaker. They interconnect our project schedule into procurement and delivery action in fast-changing environment. So we have a good relationship with ChinaDirect sourcing and Frethan, so it was only natural to seek their assistance. What is more important, they are reliable, competitive, and professional. So based on $130 million procurement contract, what we saw is the opportunity we opened up to many other small developers. It will like bring the economic benefits, diverse product option. So we have literally spent like 4 months, okay, like 8 people solid on those product sourcing. We have already developed nearly 120 top supplier on each different product category, streamline the procurement, and then make sure all the supplier meeting the Australian standards, and then provide the legal and the financial support. And that's why we have Westpac here to provide the trade finance, compliance with the Australian standard, make sure they have a quality control system in place. We provided the comprehensive import solution. If Frethan is great you can use, you can DIY, fantastic. If you need support, and then we can use ChinaDirect sourcing as the assistance. Access to Chinese manufacturers, then the procurement trip to China. So as you can see, if we have a quick look at the results we have done, for example, the bar chair, the cavity slider, the fascia, 85% lower, gutter, window, 77% lower compared to Australian price and China price. And then ceiling insulation, external fan, internal door, downlights, light steel, bolts, hot water unit, front door handle, and also the formworks, wall insulation, plasterboard, fire beds, internal door stops, etc. Decking, and core fluid, arcs, and also skirting. And I say, as you can see here, sliding door, air conditioning, clear out caps, etc. And this is one specific example we have done for 47 townhouses in New South Wales. Our customer, it cost them, they get a local quote about $15,000, and yet the price we got for him from China, and it's $3,784. It's 75% lower. Yes. So that made us start to about the national tool. The purpose of the tool is to showcase Frethan's tech solution to anyone in the property and construction industry, to boost the efficiency and the profitability in importing building material. We thought, if we can do those guys, why don't we open the door, allow the small guy tap into the opportunity, tap into the big shoulder, and enable them to have the power which they don't have before. And also enhance the supply chain management with Frethan's technology. We already have the database. We now have the purchasing power. We can combine the group into one, huge power. Optimize the cost effectiveness in import operation. Set a precedent with the Brisbane event for future city. We actually are, going to 23rd to February in Perth. So if you have friends in Perth, invite them to Perth. And then on 28th of February, we go to Melbourne. If you have anyone in Melbourne, invite them to Melbourne. And then 1st of March will be in Adelaide. And then 5th of March will be in Sydney. And the best part is after we did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 city, and then we will combine all the order together. We are going to go to Guangzhou and start, the bidding, tendering, and calling all the Chinese manufacturers, suppliers, and then to come to tender for those projects. So this, has been already listed on our website. If you want to have a look, it's frethan.com, and then you go news and event. Those are the address. Okay. Thanks for BDO. And so in those workshop, we are going to have the workshop like this, networking opportunity, question and answer, and then have a dinner afterwards. How to attend? So you can go to frethan.com, view our upcoming event, go to the news, and you can book the relevant event. So if you take a photo of this one and send it to your friends, and then your friends can register in different city. So the upcoming China trip, how that look like? We will directly go to the manufacturers. We already have 10,000 suppliers on our database. That's number one. Number two, through serving this $130 million procurement contract last year, we have already nearly 120 suppliers on 14 different categories. Not only that, we have shortlisted about 40 top suppliers. And we are going to call in them all come to our event. and then go through, have a diverse product range. And then good thing is that through massive negotiation, the small player can also enjoy the benefit of the group buying power. And also, because we set the precedent, ChinaDirect Sourcing Frethan have a long-term relationship. So all the small developers can tap into this opportunity. And if you want to join us, we will have a pre-departure briefing. We can arrange the market visit. We can have the factory tour. We have a business meeting. We can, you can conduct a quality check, and then packing overview. If you have a group of 2 people, 3 people, you can all join us. Or if you have a flexible date, we can, customize that China trip for you as well. So how that look like? You can tap into the bulk purchase for multiple projects, and it will create the cost efficiency, customization for the opportunity, end-to-end management, access to the expertise. And so therefore, it doesn't matter if you only have 1 house or you have 10 house, you have 10 townhouses, it's all doable. Okay, we have a different solution for all of that. And we can design a research intender, stage 1 until last 3 stages, or we can design the China buying trip for your project delivery. So the conclusion, we have created a $130 million procurement contract. And this we have secured, we have signed, so therefore it creates a massive opportunity for the small developer tap into. Number 2, we are going to start a national tour. We look at probably will generate more interest for many small developers. And for example, many large developers now contact me. One was Azura. Tomorrow I'm meeting them. They have 97 apartments. Next week when I fly to Perth, I have lined up 2 projects already. One is 204 house and land package. Another one is about 140 apartment. So, all of those start really, fly into our way. Number 2 is also there is a unique opportunity if you want to join us for Canton Fair, for the trip to China. If you have a list of the products you want to buy, talk to us and book a meeting. Then we can customize and then to see how will that suit you. So the call to action. And this is my contact. Take a photo. Contact me, connect me on WeChat. And then, currently the property in Australia is struggling. As you can see, there is a very short supply, the price going up, and the construction material shortage. However, we are here to help. We are here to create a solution and to really help you, and using the technology, using the experience, using the past resources to streamline the inputs and to provide a solution. So the key feature of our ChinaDirect sourcing is a 3-stage importing process to control the quality and provide the China buying trip for builders, and it can be customized, can be flexible, and then demonstration of our quality control system. And with that, it has been proven. We used the last 20 years, 2,000 projects. And we also share a case study and about price indication, how much you can save in from China. Usually about 30% or 50%, it depends on what you're looking for. So the key feature of the Frethan technology, as you can see, it's a cutting-edge technology utilized by Frethan, empowered by blockchain technology. Not only that, we have a Frethan platform now. Every week, we have a weekly webinar. If you are interested, contact Sharon. You can join us and on weekly webinar, and you can learn all about the Frethan platform. And also, we will, create this core supply. About the construction industry and into Frethan platform shortly as well. So the benefits for the property dealer is you really get to enhance the business operation with ChinaDirect sourcing, with Frethan technology, streamline the inventory management, and the real-time analytic and reporting, save the cost, and meeting Australian standard, and let someone else's to manage your headache.